Your next dream, Rob Christensen.
Rob, we're sorry, but your position is being eliminated. That may sound like the end of a job, but to me, it was also the end of a dream. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, when I was growing up, it was my dream to be a pilot, just like my dad. He would take me flying in a Cessna 172, a high-wing aircraft, single engine. We'd fly high above the clouds. And I could not wait to get in the air. When we would go to the airport, we'd go to the plane, he'd put me in the co-pilot seat. I'd look up at him, Dad, can I fly? Just a minute, Robert. Let me get the engine started and we'll take off. Once we got airborne, I was right there waiting. Now, Dad, can I fly? Okay, Robert, both hands on the controls. Keep your wings level. We're gonna stay at this altitude. This is our heading. He'd point to the instruments he wanted me to keep an eye on, and I was flying a straight line. Over time, he would teach me other things, how to turn, how to climb, how to descend, and with every lesson, it fueled my dream to become a pilot, just like him. When I went, that dream led me to decide to join the U.S. Air Force. When I went for my physical, I went through all the regular tests. Fitness, check. Hearing, check. Vision, check. Color vision. Have you ever taken that test with the little circle, with a bunch of little circles in it, and they're all different colors? And there's supposed to be a number there, like a 4 or a 6, and people with normal color vision, they see every number on every test. I didn't see every number. The doctor looked at me and said, you can't be a military pilot without good color vision. But I still wanted to be around planes. I still went into the U.S. Air Force. I did the next best thing. I was a delivery driver. Over the next few years, I progressed through different jobs. And when I left the Air Force, I went to work for Cessna Aircraft Company, the very company that made those planes that my father would take me flying in. They had a great program for their employees. You could learn to become a pilot as an employee at a discounted rate. They'd even give you a bonus for finishing your license. It was awesome. And I spoke to a person at the flying club, and he said, you should get your vision checked again. He said, those military tests are different. You may find that A, you can fly day or night, or B, at worst, you'll just be restricted from night flying. You can still get a license. I went to a doctor, I got multiple tests done, and found out that I could, in fact, become a pilot. So over the next 6 months, I worked on my license, and when I got it, first thing I did, took my son flying. I put him in a co-pilot seat, and we got into the air, and he looked up and he said, Dad, can I fly? I said, sure, son. Hold hands on the controls, keep our wings level, keep us at this altitude, keep us on this heading. Just like my dad had done for me. A few months later, I even got to go back to St. Louis where I grew up. I picked up my father, put him in the co-pilot seat, and we flew together to Wisconsin for an air show. We got up in the air, and guess what he asked me? Robert, you want me to fly for a while? I said, sure, Dad. I didn't have to say anything. He knew what he was doing. You can imagine that cold Thursday morning in February when I was laid off, how that felt to me. Not just the end of a job, the end of a dream. I was talking to a friend of mine, Randy, about a week later, and I told him, Randy, this economy's tough. I know it's gonna be tough to find a job, but I'm really wondering, how am I ever gonna pursue my dream again? And he said, Rob, how many people do you know that get to pursue their dream for 18 minutes, much less 18 months? You got to live your dream. Is that your only dream? I thought about it and I realized, am I only allowed to have one dream? Do you only have one dream? You know, when we're kids, we can do anything, right? We can pitch for the Royals, we can fly to the moon. The possibilities are endless. But as adults, those boundaries seem to come much closer together. But I think if you look close enough, You actually see there's still a lot there. And when I thought about my next dream, I realized I want to be a writer. It may not be as glamorous as an athlete, it may not be as awe-inspiring as an astronaut, but it's inspiring to me. And I hope, I dream I can use it to inspire you. Don't let your first dream be your last dream. Take the time and dream your next dream.
Thanks, Rob.